What is up, you watch this video? Flickers back here, bringing this time another commentary. This time it's not going to be anything special. Well, actually, when was the last time one of my commentaries was actually anything special? But in this commentary, I'd like to talk about my favorite childhood shows. Now, this topic goes... Oh, by the way, this was a hardcore team deathmatch. That's why there's no heads-up display, and it's insta-kills, and sometimes I had to wait before I respawn. So, hardcore team deathmatch. But back to the topic at hand. My childhood shows, this topic goes way, way, way back. Now, the first kid show that the first show that I've ever remember watching on TV was this Canadian show called, oh, by the way, if you do not live in Canada, or you do not have this TV program called Treehouse, yeah, that's the channel that I watched like a whole ton until I was like 8. If you do not have that channel, then you don't live in Canada, you're most of you guys are going to be like, what is this guy saying? I do not understand a word, or I've never heard of these shows, because these shows that I'm talking about are like Canadian shows. So the first show that I've ever watched on TV, well, at least the first show that I ever remember watching on TV, was this show called, like, this show about this little bunny and this other older sister bunny named Max and Ruby. Like, that's the name of the show. That was the best. Not really the best. It was a really good show, but definitely not the best in my opinion. And the first episode that I've ever watched was like the one where they're trying to sell lemonade or something. But I didn't really remember like what episode it was and stuff. But I grew up watching Treehouse a lot. Again, if you're from America or you're not from Canada, you have no idea what I'm saying. But nevertheless, I loved watching shows like Max and Ruby, Tupi and Binu. That show didn't come around until I was 6. Once it came out, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my new favorite show on Treehouse. And just some of the other shows there, like We 3, that show doesn't air anymore. What other shows did I watch on Treehouse? Trying to think here. Oh yeah, I watched this show called, what's the name? I totally forgot. Timothy Goes to School. Yeah, that show still airs today, but it doesn't air on Treehouse anymore. It airs on this other channel called YTV or something like that. Timothy Goes to School is awesome, and I really recommend it for anyone who's below the age of 8. Yeah, I was below the age of 8. Well, obviously, who wasn't below the age of 8? But definitely my favorite all-time kid show would have to be Arthur. Now that show is known worldwide. No, there's probably like nobody above the age of 3 who doesn't know what Arthur is or who Arthur is. You know, Arthur the Aardvark. But that was my favorite show. In fact, it's still my favorite show to this day, and I'm 12. Arthur is definitely my favorite show, like, right now. Like forget SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents and Ellen and Star Talk and American Idol and the X Factor. Screw those shows. I don't even watch those shows. Well, I watch SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents. I watch those right now. But definitely Arthur is my favorite. Definitely gotta go with Arthur when it comes to what's my favorite kid show. But still, sometimes I just go back to Treehouse and just watch the programs that I used to watch, like, oh yeah, and they have new programs now that I have absolutely no idea what their names are. Like new TV shows that are on Treehouse, and I have no idea what their names are because I haven't watched Treehouse in about a month or so. But up until the age of 9 or 8, for me, I never stopped watching Treehouse. That was the only thing I watched on TV besides the gameplay of me playing PlayStation 3, of course. Or GameCube, whichever, because I play the GameCube a lot too. Or Wii. I never play my Wii. In fact, who plays their Wii these days? Wii sucks. Wii's for little girls. Yeah, sorry for those. In fact, I don't really mean any of that stuff I just said. I just think that Wii is just a little bit weird because, you know, it's Wii. Like, We are here to do stuff for you. But no, I totally forgot about that commercial. But nevertheless, just back to the topic at hand, I love kid shows. Kid shows are awesome. When I'm like 30 years old, well, if I'm actually going to survive. Oh yeah, by the way, there was host migration here. That's why the game stopped, and I became the host. When I'm 30 years old, or if I ever get 30 years old, that's if I die before I'm 30. If I ever get to 30 years old and I have children, I definitely want them to watch the kid shows that I watched, because, well, actually, like, didn't that same thing happen with your parents? Like, they're always recommending like Looney Tunes and stuff like that. Which is, like, Looney Tunes, they're actually they're really good in my opinion. I like Looney Tunes a lot. They're actually one of my favorite shows too. Oh, my teammate died right here. And boom! Yeah, I killed him. Alright, back to the topic at hand. What else was I going to say in this commentary? I totally forgot. That was a nice kill with the flash. But did anyone notice, like, my era of kids? It's not really that good, because I do not like the kids in my era, because, well, they just basically act like they're teenagers already. And I do not like kids who act like teenagers. That's, like, just think, these kids growing up and making TV programs, like, next time I go on Treehouse in like 30 years, it's probably going to be like some Nicki Minaj like show on TV on Treehouse, because our kids the kids these days are just being taught weird, strange, and stuff that kids shouldn't even know. That's why, if that happens, I'm just gonna recommend the stuff that I got when I was a kid to my kid, if I ever have a kid. Well, this commentary is just basically wrapping up. Actually, it's not really wrapping up. There's like a few minutes left. So yeah, just favorite childhood shows. Now, I'd like to take this opportunity in the commentary to actually talk about what shows I watch now. Mainly, I just like to watch, SpongeBob, other animated cartoons like that, Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes. I still watch Looney Tunes today. What else do I watch? This show called Johnny Test. In fact, I should know. You guys should know what that show is. That show's awesome. I also like to watch George of the Jungle, or whatever that show's called. What other shows do I like to watch? Not really a big fan of this show called 16. It's not really. It's like an animated kid show, and the people there just basically act like teenagers, because they are teenagers. They're like 16 or something. But nevertheless, I do not like that show. It's weird in my opinion. What other shows do I watch when I'm bored? I also like to watch NHL hockey. Like hockey, definitely. Sometimes I like to watch basketball. Football, I watch it whenever it's on. Well, actually, if I'm bored and football's on, I watch that. But if there's hockey on at the same time, I'm definitely going to watch hockey. Huge hockey fan. And, not really a big fan of baseball. I don't like baseball that much. Well, this commentary is basically already over. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to troll, dislike, and do not subscribe to LEGO Rock 99 Gaming. And bye.